I've known Vicky and Lisa since I was 5. I would go over to their house most weekends to hang out and have hot chocolate. I never thought there was a problem with them being together. And when they decided to have kids, I was so excited there were going to be babies. It makes no difference to me that they are two women in love and raising kids. With my project, I hope to show that they are just like every other family.
I think part of what has to happen in society is people have to get to know a gay couple and then go, oh, wow, they're no different than anybody else. And they've got the same challenges as, in their everyday life.
What is the hardest part about raising kids as a lesbian couple?
Raising kids is just tough. It doesn't matter if you're gay or straight. Raising kids is a full-time job, and being gay isn't even come into question. In fact, I would say 98% of the time, I don't even think of myself as gay.
I think it's just as hard whether you're gay or straight. It's giving up your own personal time and having things, free time taken away from you, and not being able to talk to your spouse when you want to or finish a sentence. I don't think it's any different.
So, what is it like having two moms?
It's just normal. I don't really know how to describe it. It's not exactly different because I'm used to it, so it's not really different for me.
Crazy. Very busy. Well, when they go to school, it's, making breakfast, making lunches, getting them to school. I volunteer at the school. I'm being involved in their activities with Aikido. Our life pretty much is centered around them, but we also try to, Vicky and I try to have our own quiet time. Family meals are important. And once a week we have family meetings where we talk about the week and try to appreciate each other and talk about problems. And so I think our days are just filled with, activity and fun and eating a lot and as you can see, chaos.
Having two moms is just a regular day that a mom and dad would have, pretty much.
Vicky and Lisa recently got married in September. They held a small ceremony with family and close friends.
I wanted my kids to see that we were no different than anybody else and our relationship was no less important. So I think it's not just financial. I think it's what you tell your friends and family. These are two people that are committed and want to stay together and are willing to make that commitment, and we wanted to make it public. So I think it's social and financial.
Two people that love each other and that want to commit together and kind of support each other and that grow together. So it's both, love and growth and support through, forever. Monogamy, just the two of you, respect.
Like loving somebody who you love. It's a proposition about gay marriage. Yes on Prop 8 would mean against it, and no would be not against it. Okay, Prop 8 is kind of like a thing where kind of like gay rights, kind of. And then yes on 8 thinks gay rights are like not good, and then no on Prop 8 is like yes, we do want gay human rights. So yeah. No. I don't think it's fair at all. Other people that you don't know are saying, "Oh, you can't get married." So I was really angry.
Well, if the state decides that we have to get divorced by the views of other people who don't even know us, it will affect us financially, and some of the benefits that came upon us through the marriage that we were able to do in California, we'll have to give up some of those benefits that are more financial than anything else.
Do you wish you had a dad?
No, but sometimes yes. Well, actually never. Nope. I always want to have two moms. No, because I don't really wish one because it's just I just like having two moms, and it's very enjoyable. It's just enjoyable for me because I always have a mom with me and all the other stuff. Well, It's kind of fun because usually dads yell at you, and when you have moms, they practically never yell at you. And it's fun because I get to be different than everybody else.
So it's being a typical soccer mom, taking them to soccer practice, softball practice, piano lessons, after school activities, play dates with friends. Our typical day has nothing about me being gay. um, it really has everything to do with my kids and school and life and going to work and coming home and making dinner and getting homework done at the end of the night. So again, I don't live a very gay life. I'm not really sure what that is anymore.
The kids are involved in many activities, just like all kids their age.
And the other thing that's different from my childhood that they're getting in their childhood is the ability to see what it is they like and they enjoy, and getting the opportunity to explore their gifts, like music and physical activities like Aikido or skateboarding.
Well, because it's just, sometimes they treat me differently, but it's just the same old thing. Like, if they had two moms, another person has two moms, and no one really, everybody treats each other the same because they might get a white slip for not treating people good.
No, I think some kids, probably depending on their families, like when we drove to school during the election and there were some yes on 8 signs, Clayton found that painful to go to school where people were saying basically to him, your moms shouldn't get to be married. And but no, I don't think that they get judged by having two moms more than any other kids get judged for. They're judged more on their social and academic involvement at school than anything else.
Kids are really kids don't have any prejudice. It's funny, when the kids turned about 4 years old and they went to preschool was the first time questions came up about, oh, you have two moms, and they'd say, where's your dad? And the kids would say, we have two moms. And then the kids would go, wow, cool. And they'd go home and they'd tell their mom and dad that we want two moms too. And that kind of started in preschool and kindergarten, when kids are kind of young and they all want moms.
How do you feel society views you now compared to 10 years ago?
I think a little more accepting, and that love is, doesn't have antenna, that it only picks the opposite sex, that you fall in love with who you fall in love with. And I think people are starting to kind of understand, why should we tell people who they can love? And
I frankly do think that sexuality, and it comes down to, if you feel comfortable in your own sexuality, then you have no problem with someone else's. But people that have the most problem with people who are gay are probably people that are struggling with something inside themselves, or their own prejudice from how they were raised. Not to equate it to black people, but I know that, because I know a lot of black people don't like to have it equated, but it's the same kind of struggle. It's like, black people are no different. It's the color of their skin, right? It's no big difference. And my kids don't see color, just like my kids don't see gay or not gay. So I think that's how it's going to break down. It's the next generation of youth that are going to go, this is no big deal. Just accept people who they are. So we'll see, though.